I saw a video recently, and it was a guy complaining in the gym of his weight is going down, and he's not performing at the level he wants to perform at, and he's feeling really sad. And all the people who tells him he can't do it are right. And I thought back this year, I had that same thing, where all my performances were not up to par. Everything I did was just subpar, and I'd always get dropped, and I had people telling me I suck, and they were right at that time. And one day during the season, I rode up a local climb, 7 miles, not too steep, about 5% average. Easy, relatively easy climb. And while I was riding that climb, I thought back to a time when I was young, about 14, 15, I think. And all I needed to do on this ride was ride from my house to the top of this climb. My parents knew I couldn't do it, so they were going to go up in their vehicle behind me and pick me up in their car. And I got maybe 800 meters up that climb, immediately got off the bike and had to continue walking the rest of the way. Maybe 800 meters. And then I stopped walking because it was taking too long. And I was throwing a huge fit, screaming, "Why is this climb so long? Why did we make this town on the bottom of this climb? Why are there houses on top?" I was thinking back to that time. Because that day that I was subpar in my training and my performance, I was doing something that 14, 15-year-old would have never even fathomed he could do. Yeah, I'm not breaking records right now. Yeah, I'm not doing my best right now. Yeah, I'm not at the top of my game right now, but I'm most certainly not at the bottom. Because I couldn't even make it all the way up to the top. I made it less than a mile and had to walk the rest of the way. And now I have I think it's like a 20-minute lead on Strava on the KOM on that climb. Over second place. It's not always about performance or being at your best level. Sometimes you have to really break it down to its bare bones and realize that you're stronger than when you started. Because that day when I was 14 to 15, I would have laughed in your face if you told me that, Keaton, in a few years you'd have the record on this climb. And I'm not saying this to boost myself or anything like that. I'm saying this because it's not always about how good you are. It's about how much better you are than when you started. Because I can guarantee you, that person who made that video couldn't even lift the bar when he first stepped into the gym. I guarantee you. And now he's lifting over 100 to 200 pounds. It sucks to hit a wall. It sucks to hit the plateau. It sucks to go downhill. But you're still stronger than when you started. And if you love your sport, just because you have a bad day, just because you have a bad month, just because you have a bad season, doesn't mean that it's time for you to stop. Because you went from where you were to where you are now. And you can continue to go up. So, that's my 2 cents, I guess.